Okay, hi, and welcome to Kerbal Space Science. I'm VinSpeed Mark II, and this is the Minerva minmus approach vehicle. So we're going to use Minerva to get ourselves all the way out to minmus and hopefully land and return. Minerva is basically just the old Athena vehicle with a few extra tanks in it. So 1, 2, 3 tanks on the first stage, 1 tank extra on the second stage, and obviously a tank extension on the minmus approach and return, minmus approach and landing stage. And what I'm going to do is I've added a lot of battery power, but I'm going to add a few more batteries just to make sure we've got enough power to get out to minmus. Because as you know, we haven't got any photovoltaic cell to replenish our battery power. So it's all battery all the way, or nothing really. Put a ring down here. Probably upgrade these to 8s as well. Further ring, another ring I guess. Never have too much electric charge, and probably put another ring of 8. No, can't do that. In there maybe? So we basically just beefed the battery power right up just to make sure we get back. Right. Obviously whatever charge is left on the landing stage when we get to minmus, we'll have to transfer to the upper stage batteries. And that's Minerva. Saved and ready to launch. Okay, so here on the launch pad with Minerva. And we're good to go, really. I'm probably going to speed through this launch because, you know, we've all seen a launch before, right? Okay, so we're just going to circularize our orbit. We've got an apoapsis of 70 here and a periapsis of 16. So get that up to around about the 70 mark, then we'll line ourselves up with minmus. So whilst we're doing that, I'll just talk about hopefully how I'm going to finish this series off. I'm going to try and end with a moon landing on, well, obviously on moon, with at least 2 Kerbals. Then I'm probably going to take a break from doing the series, and I'm going to do a sort of series. Okay, there you go. So we're in perfectly circular orbit now. Like I was saying, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to take a break from doing this series after I've done the crude moon landing, hopefully with three Kerbals, or no, 2 Kerbals and 1 in the command vehicle. Obviously I've not got the parts for that yet, but hopefully I should get at least towards that level of technology with this. What am I doing? Going the wrong way. With these missions. And once I've done that, I'll take a break and spend that time playing a bit of Kerbal Space Program, trying to get further out into the solar system, well, the Kerbal system. And also, I'd like to sort of do a couple of videos of me completing some of the challenges on on the forums, the Kerbal Space Program forums. So you know, that'd be quite a good series of videos to do. But you know, hopefully you guys watch those. Well, very few of you are watching these, so you know I'm not too hopeful, but never mind. Right, let's warp around till we get to that maneuver node. I probably should line us up first. Actually, would be a good idea. Turn that off while doing that. Otherwise, it just makes no difference, does it? Okay, and here we are. Let's warp around. Hey, there it is. It's a bit of a rude-looking craft design, isn't it? Never mind. Stand out a little bit, but not too much. And see how we're looking. Okay, that's 0.1. Right, that'll do. Oh, will it? There you go. 0. Okay, what we're going to do is going to find minmus wherever it is, and going to set up a minmus approach and minmus encounter. Set target. Ah, no, it's not what I want to do at all. Set target. I hate doing maneuver nodes for encounters. It just takes such a long time, he says, before it takes him 2 seconds to do. No, am I going up? Am I going down? I'm going up. So if I pull back a bit, then I'll be going down. I need to. No, too much. Pull it back. It is 296. 296. Now up a bit. Three. 78. Ah, too much. 40. That's not bad actually. 32. It's probably not the most efficient way to do it, but it's probably the quickest, and we need that because of the battery situation. And the problem is the engines that we're using don't recharge the battery. I'll take 28, and we'll sort of improve that as we go. So these little these engines do, which is good. So it's best to use those up until the last minute. But the problem is the little engines in there don't. So where am I going? Sorry, I can't talk and do stuff at the same time. Oh, alright, do that. There you go. Right, let's park that up in front of that node. Right, so yeah, the little engines that we're using for our approach and landing stage, I forget what they're called now, but they don't actually have any sort of turbine or alternator in there that supplies power to the battery. So we're on battery power, therefore the quicker you can get there and back, the better. And there's a solar eclipse, or Kerbal eclipse whilst we're there, and I'll take a picture of that. There you go. And then we'll warp round to the other side. Obviously. I know it says a 59-second burn, but I'm going to do that burn at probably 1 minute and 20. Yeah. No, I'm not apparently. I'm just going to do that burn now because I've missed the node almost completely. So that means I can't actually talk and do stuff. There we go. And okay, there we have it. A minmus approach and encounter, and then when we get there, we'll have to do our own braking and an orbital insertion burn because obviously minmus doesn't actually have an atmosphere, or so we think. We don't know that yet. We'll find out when we get there. That's why we're sending a probe. Okay, and I'm going to turn the SAS off to save whatever power we can. Not much because it doesn't actually take power when it's not running. Hopefully we should have enough power to get us there, really. And time. Okay, so we're still approaching minmus. Getting ever closer. Well, pretty close. And as you can see, we're losing a lot of that electric charge up here. We've already lost 1,000, well, whatever the unit of electric charge is on this game. And that's not even, just halfway, really. So that's why I've had to add on several extra, dozens of extra batteries, really. And this is all lit up like a Christmas tree, which I guess is, reasonably appropriate. Right, and here comes minmus right there in that sort of just above the ship. Approaching pretty quickly, to be honest. Good God. Well, all we need is really enough battery power to make it down onto the surface of minmus, and then just enough for launch, because if push comes to shove, we can always just deploy the parachutes at launch and set up a return trajectory for Kerbal, and they'll automatically deploy when they hit the atmosphere, so it won't be a complete loss and we'll be able to recover the vehicle, really, which is the important bit. Come on, minmus, get here already. Okay, and here we are. And set up that orbital insertion. Too much. Got 28 and 17, so pull this up a bit. And 23 and 28. Pull it down a little bit. What am I doing? Right, start again. 1 second. Yeah. Right, so let's try that again. Add maneuver. Let me go this way. And there you go. That should be reasonably enough. 28 and 29. Okay, that should be brilliant. Perfect. Okay, so we are now most of the way to minmus. We're down to about 5,000 volts, I guess, of electric charge. That's potential difference. I don't know what the unit of measure for electric charge is on this. And we've got our deorbit burn set up. Oh, sorry, more than halfway there, really, aren't we? We're almost to minmus. I am going to speed forward until we get to the actual node. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and land the probe on this area here, which is a sort of equatorial sea on minmus. Of course, I say sea; it's all frozen, so it should provide a nice flat area for any future sort of minmus bases, really. And because it's reasonably close to the equator, it should be quite easy to get to, no matter what sort of angle I turn up, or what sort of orbital inclination I sort of have when I arrive at minmus. Sorry, I'm just all over the place today. Right, probably should slow down and line up with maneuver node, otherwise we'll completely miss it. There's maneuver marker there. Right, put the SAS on, and I'm gonna do a quick burn just to, well, oh, right, okay, so it gives us a more realistic burn time, because I didn't think it would take us 3 minutes to deorbit into minmus. Just until about 11 seconds, and then go into orbit. Okay, not too far off where we wanted to be. Okay, there you go. And we're in a circular orbit around minmus, and luckily it passes reasonably close to that equatorial sea that we wanted to get. I want to land round about here, so we might have to make a bit of an adjustment, but not much. And here we are, with our little space Christmas tree. Let's turn that node off. Put a new node about here. Yep. Also, whoa, not that much. Okay, start again, add maneuver. Okay. Around there. And we might have to adjust that a bit later on, but see where it gets us. The main difference with this the science update, is that you don't really realise how easy you've got it until you sort of start off with nothing but a command pod and a solid rocket booster. Then you sort of start to miss the sandbox mode, really, don't you? Best thing to do would be... no, other way. Not to... so stick around about there, and then I can adjust a bit later on. Right, so let's line up with that maneuver node. It's only a 10-second burn, so that's not too bad. What I will do is I'll deploy the landing legs now, just to save me any embarrassment later on. Oh, missing out again, as usual. What are you doing? Actually, that's probably more where we want to go anyway, so I'll stick with that. Map. Turn that node off, and we are ready for the landing. Just turn to face retrograde, otherwise we'll crash straight into the planet. Moon, even. Okay, about 1.5 kilometers to go. Probably need to start slowing us down a bit. It's interesting, that'll hold us steady so we can slow down to reasonable speed. Okay, I think I'll just slam the brakes on here. Okay, and here we come for the landing. 100 meters. Slow down a bit more. Try and touch down at about, well, 2 meters per second, so only under 5 meters per second. Otherwise we might damage ourselves, and try and keep it almost dead vertical. And here we are, touchdown on Minmus. And look at it, it's just completely featureless. And 8 meters, so that's 8 meters the probe is above, I guess, the above the ice. Okay. Again, I failed to set up a... oh, or have I? No, yeah, I haven't set up an action group for these antennae. But I will deploy them anyway. Transmit data with that one. Okay, and the last one is this one, and extend that. Extend. Okay, so we're down on Minmus. We've transferred all our data. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to transfer all the electric charge left in these lower batteries up to the upper battery, so we've got as much charge as we can take back to Kerbal with us. Um, but I'm not going to make you all watch that, so what I'll do is I'll skip ahead. Okay, so welcome back to Kerbal Space Science again. So what we've done is we've transferred all the electric charge, well, as much electric charge from the lower stage into the upper stage as we possibly can. Literally every battery is full, even the probe core is pretty full. So hopefully this will be enough to get us back to Kerbin. But what we'll do is we'll launch and then deploy the parachutes once we've got a return trajectory. Right, so launch time. We're going to go prograde-ish. So turn the SAS on, shut that engine down, and in fact we're apparently going to fire these up as soon as we launch. So okay, so we're doing a bit of a corrective burn. We're going to go back towards minmus. Okay. And then, yeah, doing a bit of corrective burn, we're going to go back towards minmus and hopefully start again, because that was a bit of a disaster. Didn't work. That didn't quite work out how I wanted it to, so we'll start again. There you go. And what we're going to do now is we're going to burn in that direction until we get into orbit. Right now we've got a bit of an orbit going on, a bit more, and we're going to set up a more reasonable plan of attack, really. Turn that off. That's not working out how you'd think it would work out. Got a moon encounter there, which isn't good. Okay, there you go, and that's what we were after in the first place. So let's try that out. Okay, and there you go. We've got ourselves a return trajectory after all that kerfuffle. Unfortunately, we've got to, it looks like, go right out of the system first before we get back in. So what I will do is I will check that those parachutes are deployed, which I think they are. They should be, and then we'll just do a time warp right back to Kerbin. Oh no, we're not going out system, that's alright then. Yes we are. Okay, so right, okay, so I need to try and time my quick save here. Right, going back in Kerbin, and I'll quick save here, just so that I don't lose it in case I'm not quick enough on the old time warp button, which is looking likely. Right, I come back into Kerbin, and lo and behold, we've got no electric charge whatsoever, so it's a good thing those chutes were deployed, I hope, he says. See if you can find Kerbal. It'll probably be... I have no idea. There it is. Big blue one. Right. Let's see what we get re-entry wise. I'm hoping those chutes do deploy, because otherwise we are stuffed. Ooh, is that the KSC continent as well? That's pretty good, isn't it? That's not bad for a bodged landing from Minmus, landing on the same continent as the KSC. So that's quite that's been quite lucky. Can't control it, of course, because I've got no control of it. I'm just hoping that those chutes do deploy when the time comes, which they probably won't. Okay. Ooh, they did. And in fact, we're not too far away from the 34 miles from the KSC. That's not bad considering we've been millions of miles out to Minmus. Landing in a forest, it looks like. It's always nice. It's not going too fast when you touch the ground. Okay, so there you go, chutes deployed. Still looks like a Christmas tree. Alright, and let's speed that on towards the ground. And I wonder how many science points we'll get for returning a craft from Minmus. Loads, I hope, because that's been so much trouble. And play, last few feet. This historic mission. And it just topples over really unceremoniously. Alright, never mind. Let's recover it before it slips down the hill. Ah, wow. After all that, only 37 science points gives us 94 in total, so, you know, not bad, not bad. And this has been Kerbal Space Science. Thanks for watching.